New at 5, don't get burned.
Yeah, people are learning the hard way. You need to pay attention to more than just the SPF when you're buying sunscreen. Here's consumer editor Susan Koeppen.
Burn after burn after burn. These are all Facebook posts from consumers who say they used expired sunscreen. Savannah Roach posted, "Please, people, check your sunscreen," after she got a severe burn during a trip to Georgia.
So I thought, maybe I need to check the expiration date. And sure enough, I looked and it was 2 years expired.
Even worse, Roach says the sunscreen she used was purchased that day.
2 years expired?
Yeah, and it was just sitting on the shelf. And it wasn't like it was pushed back on the shelf. It was sitting like one of the first ones on the shelf, and I just grabbed it and went.
You didn't think anything of it?
No. I mean, who thinks to check sunscreen?
And it happened to this woman who also suffered a burn. She posted on Facebook, "Public service announcement. Even when you purchase new sunscreen, check the date. It might be expired." So we went shopping for sunscreen at 8 different stores looking at expiration dates. We didn't find any expired bottles, but we found expiration dates to be wildly different. From this bottle set to expire in just a few months to this bottle which is good until 2020. And check out these bottles right next to each other. Same sunscreen, but the bottle in front expires in 2019. The one right behind it expires a year earlier.
So the expiration date is there for a reason, and we know that after the expiration date, the product is going to become weaker.
Weaker sunscreen will lead to burns, says dermatologist Dr. Douglas Kress.
There are some studies that show that even one sunburn as a child can increase the incidence of skin cancer, particularly melanoma skin cancer, later in life.
That's why these moms make it a point to lather up their kids.
I'm very concerned about sunscreen because I know I burned a lot as a kid, and now I have concerns for myself about skin cancer, and I don't want my kids to have to go through the same thing.
But after a quick scan of their pool bags, we found expired sunscreen over here. Identical bottles. One expires in 2018. The other expired in 2015.
We put these on every day, and the other day my son actually got burnt, and I'll bet we had this one on, and so we're going to throw that one away.
And over at this table, this sunscreen expired last year.
That is expired. It's for my babies.
Whether new or old bottles, look at those expiration dates so you don't get burned. And if your sunscreen does not have an expiration date on the bottle, there is a way for you to find out. You call the customer service number, which is on the back of the bottle. You type in the code, which is located on the bottle, and they will tell you if it's good or not. So this is very important information. It's not like the sunscreen all of a sudden becomes dangerous to your skin, but it won't work as well. So if it doesn't work, you're going to burn.
Right.
A lot of times people even kind of ignore them thinking it's not a big deal, but this it definitely is. So why do some have them and some don't?
So it's an FDA regulation. If a sunscreen is going to be stable and it's going to last and be effective for 3 years, you don't have to have the expiration date on the bottle.
Okay.
So what they recommend is once you buy a bottle, grab a Sharpie, write the day you bought it on the bottle, so you're not flipping through the bag thinking, when does this expire? When did we buy this? We all have those old bottles in the bag.
Oh, man.
And if you're not sure, just throw it out.
I might have something that expired back in the 80s. Was there sunscreen back in the 80s? We'll check. That's great info.
In my bag.
Thanks.
Thank
All right,
you.
thanks, Susan.
Welcome back. Americans spend $3.2 billion on candles each year, and during the holidays, scented candles are one of the most popular decorations.
Yeah, so that means December is a peak time for candle fires, but there's something you may not know about candles. Susan Koeppen joins us now with this consumer alert.
Yeah, hey guys, I want everyone to take a look at this screen behind me. We created this explosion of fire using candles that you can buy at any store and a cup of water. Water and wax do not mix. And we are telling this story because of what recently happened to a CBS anchorwoman. These are the burned hands and burned face of Kathleen Whitty.
Good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in for First News at 4.
This anchor woman in Texas is always telling other people's stories. Now she has her own to tell. Several weeks ago, wax inside a candle jar in her kitchen caught fire. She grabbed a cup of water.
And without even thinking about it, I just poured it onto the flames. Never thinking about it. Water puts out fire, right? Not this one.
This is what can happen when water hits hot burning wax. In Whitty's case, she was hit with a wall of flames, which caught her on fire. You saw the pictures of her face, her hands. This is a picture of her hip, all blistered and raw.
So my hip is where the shorts were on fire and where they melted.
She used stop, drop, and roll to save herself. These videos from YouTube show different scenarios of water on burning wax. The flames go out and up, some of them shooting more than 6 feet in the air.
The wax that is being puddled in that candle is the fuel. You've got the flame, you've got the fuel. The application of the water just allows it to be spread.
With the help of firefighters at the Allegheny County Fire Academy, we wanted to do our own test. We took ordinary tea lights and melted them in a container to simulate burning wax in a candle jar. 1 small cup of water and boom! The flash of flames filled the entire corner of this room. Burning wax is just like a grease fire on the stove in the kitchen. You should never use water on either.
You're going to spread that fire and it's going to splash on you and anything else around you that's going to burn.
The best way to put out a candle, blow it out or put a lid on it.
If you can take away the oxygen, the flame will go out. That's the safest way to do that.
So take the lid to the candle, place it on top, oxygen gone.
Flame goes away.
And some other things to keep in mind. These are from the National Candle Association. Never leave a burning candle unattended. Don't burn a candle all the way down. Leave a couple of inches of wax. Never try to move a candle when it's burning, and don't try to move a container candle if it still has melted wax inside. On average, there are 25 home candle fires reported each day.
Who knew? That was really helpful to see how damaging it can be. So this is absolutely prime time.
This is prime time. The 3 top days for there to be a candle fire in your home: Christmas, New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day. And I've been covering fires for more than 20 years. And this is something I did not know about candle wax and flames and water. They do not mix.
I'm with you, Susan.
We know
Great
now.
report.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much.